I work with many people who really struggle with emotional eating, binge eating, yo-yo dieting, or other disordered eating behaviours or even eating disorders. And one of the things that can really help to exacerbate their eating behaviours and their thought processes and patterns is weighing themselves. It can become very obsessive. Many of my clients, when they start working with me, might be weighing themselves multiple times a day, certainly daily or weekly. There are a number of reasons why this is unhelpful, and I'm going to go through some of them with you now. You might be quite surprised about some of them. Now, certainly if you are weighing yourself and you have obsessive thoughts constantly in your mind, 24/7 thoughts about your weight, then weighing yourself is just going to keep that going. It's going to maintain that unhelpful thinking, and you will be likely to be doing this regularly. And every time you step on the scales, it is, you never know how that's going to affect you. And what I've found is that this can really exacerbate thoughts about your body particularly. And I know that for many of my clients who experience what I call bad body days, which is where they have really bad body image days, where from one day they suddenly feel like they're so much bigger in their body, they feel uncomfortable, and they feel so much worse in their body than other days, when in reality they're not going to appear any different. But often that is triggered by stepping on the scales, and if your scales have gone up by £1, for example, then that would have triggered this. And that often those thoughts around your body, feeling not comfortable in your body or not good in your body, will lead to more eating behaviours, perhaps going into a binge, or restrictive behaviours that might lead to a binge, or certainly that cause other problems. But also they really dictate how you should be feeling that day. So it can dictate, obviously, if you lose £1, you could feel euphoric, it could feel amazing, suddenly you feel wonderful in yourself. So you're very much dictated by the scales on how you feel in your life. But if you gain £1, the escalating thoughts, your low moods, your binge and restrictive behaviours, and as I talked about, body image thoughts as well. So the scales are dictating how you should be feeling that day, which is really unhelpful. And another reason why we shouldn't rely on the scales is because your body naturally fluctuates in weight quite substantially within a day, within a week, within a month. There's a 2017 research study which found that individuals, adults, who are not attempting to lose or gain weight actually fluctuated, gained and lost up to 4.4 pounds over a few days. And they found that that's permanently from fat-free mass, which is predominantly made of water. So you're using the scales to decide how your body's going and to make decisions about how you're eating and judgments about how your eating has been over the last few days, based on the fact that your body's mainly water component is changing, and that can be down to many things, including hormones. So you're making these decisions based on inaccuracies from the scales. So if you lead your life based on the number on the scales, can you consider what that number really means? Where did your ideal weight number come from? Was it some external diet club? Was it a dieting app? Was it that you were a certain weight many years ago and you want to get back to that weight? Just think about, where did that number actually come from? And also really consider if you're allowing that number on the scales to stop you from leading the life you really want to lead. Now, all these things that I've discussed today and more is something that I cover in my book, all about overcoming binge and emotional eating. I would love to hear from you. Is weighing yourself something that you've found has become challenging, has created obsessive thoughts, or perhaps you yourself have managed to ditch the scales recently? And I'd love to hear if you've found that liberating and has helped you on your journey. Until next time.